As soon as they hit that west gate, I knew it was like no other mob we had seen. They hit that gate. They immediately tore it apart. They started fighting with the officers and started hitting with the fence that we were trying to secure the Capitol with.
Fox 5 was first to talk with former Capitol Police Chief Stephen Sund the day after the attack on the Capitol in 2021.
Now he's out with a new book about what went wrong and who is to blame. The book is titled Courage Under Fire, and our Katie Barlow caught up with him today and has more on what he had to say. Katie?
That's right. Former Chief of the U.S. Capitol Police Stephen Sund released his book. It's called Courage Under Fire. Came out yesterday, just 3 days shy of the anniversary of the attack on the Capitol. And in the book, Sund sharply criticizes federal agencies like the FBI and the former acting Secretary of Defense.
January 4th, Defense Secretary Miller puts out this memo restricting the very resources the National Guard would need to assist me if we ever became under attack like we faced on January 6th. And now I'm finding that both Secretary Miller and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Milley, had expressed concerns on that Sunday, January 3rd and Monday, January 4th, for the very type of violence we saw happen on January 6th. Yet they put these restrictions out.
That memo, sent just 2 days before, required personal authorization by the acting Secretary of Defense for the D.C. National Guard to be deployed. Sund did not mince words in his criticism of the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and DOD. Sund said he had done plenty of major events in D.C. that were less of a threat than what they were seeing leading up to January 6th, and that there were protocols put in place after September 11th to enable communication and cooperation across agencies. Here's what Sund had to say when asked if he had any regrets about that day.
I tried to get assistance ahead of time on the day of when I couldn't, and when I was waiting 71 minutes to get approval for bringing in federal resources. I was calling law enforcement, and even some of those were federal law enforcement who were coming to my aid. I called every single person I could get to bring in assistance to my men and women who are battling on all around the Capitol to protect members of Congress. I don't think there was anything else I could do.
Sund said he could not be prouder of the Washington, D.C. police agencies that came to his aid that day, ultimately crediting them with saving the day. Back to you guys.